So this poem is like in the voice of the character that the book is about. Stumbled on my grandmother's diary today. And though the gravity of it all is pulling me towards a grounded balance, wish I could soften the thud of its impact. Face hit truth like concrete facts, shattered beyond self-recognition. No longer know who I am. And though written is everything she wanted me to know but never knew how to tell, how can I reveal that I am no longer innocent? Vulnerable bliss of my ignorance, hardened by the sorrow of knowing how we got our scars. Piercing ears till blood dripped from drums, feedback grew clear as the stars. I now hear the silence, and its frequency is deafening. Road of years before the compound, from pages rose illusions of perfection. Imperfections dwarfed, non-existent by the troubles that invaded her soul. Her neighbor, peeping timed her stolen moments, but she never fathomed how his infatuation would unfold. But how could she know that answering his knocks would pass her on to the code? Mr. William, a tsunami to her teepee, left memories floating like Polaroids in the tear-flooded mind of a 13-year-old. The corpse of love, rotting joy. He replaced her strong bonds with bondage, back scraping on certainty, drugged through suffering. No questioning, the worst of it awaited her arrival. Welcomed her with closed fists, thorn-filled blankets and rocks packed up for pillows, on which she dreamed of death as her brave knight to rescue her from Stockholm's. Woke with marks on a body that embodied its lust, but it would never take her home. Grandma Ebony found God's embrace in a place called pain and learned love had no conditions. Do as you will. Come as you are. Justify your actions with the word. Enabled her to scrub so much labor out of Lillian's days that Mrs. Lynch denied how she felt disturbed. The hurt of her husband's sweat stained like tattoos in the smooth of 14-year-old skin, as though desirable was a dress that she lost in a fire when being barren brought their flame to an end. But my granny, with wounds bearing children she could not heal, with 16 birthed him mahogany. My mother handed down abuse to her like genes. Seems repetitive experiences looped into a groove and engraved themselves genetic. Roots of our family tree prayed Holy Spirits into the branches that she braided. See, through pain she found the Lord. So into us beat the fear of, so we know love. Never believed that she could love too hard. For the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. Yet somehow we'd still go bad. Guess the good book couldn't preserve us with old man Willie in charge of the service. See, Willie had serviced the whole compound with the young shells that vibrant girls once lived in. Xavier was the son of one. Granny said he was the weed that would not die. At 16, he found his loose brick. She found hers soon after, for which she thanked Victor Abraham Crow, the law's long-awaited answer. See, Crow craved what Lynch had so bad, was willing to pay half of minimum wage for a grasp. But Willie really wasn't big in his math. So strong as an ox, yet stubborn as a mule, my granny was the ass he waged war to have. For her, he drew a bloodbath. And for him, she birthed secrets. Uncle Thomas and Auntie Jazz. The two he sent her away to have, as though Mrs. Crow would never know. But Victoria knew, and their sons did too. Which Granny figured was why their son Sam wore cruelty like a three-piece suit. Jim wore his like overalls. Jimmy forced his ways on my mother, flexed his power like laws. And though Granny could hear it through misery's walls, her yearning for company silenced her hands. Said nothing she'd ever been through hurt more than wanting her daughter to hurt more. Damn. No wonder Mama recycled Ebony's tears till she could only see through salty eyes. And I, the first thing he left, can recall the midnight thud she described. But I also remember Xavier coming back for Mama, like an Alaskan winter sunrise. It's the only time I felt like I had a father. Not sure why I feel so surprised. Granny found jealousy in the freedom he gave us. And like her childhood neighbor betrayed us to the hands of Jim and his cop friend Hoover, beat X damn near non-existent, pick up truck drug till he became a dream that just seemed unrealistic. So he's but the superhero of a graphic novel who literally became a cliffhanger. And she has nerves to rebuke the fact that my fear has grown up to be anger. Granny, the violence and the silence we've held has held us captive to depression. Without trust, protecting ourselves with this eggshell shield of aggression. Written off as just our way, but I say our way is long gone astray. Future hanging from our family tree, I think we may need therapy, because we no longer know who we are, and you've come too far from innocent. Thank y'all.